Hello Year 10, welcome to this homework video. We're working on our topic, how did the Nazis create a police state? And today we're going to look at changes to the law, judges and the courts. So the topic of our lesson today is how did the Nazis change the legal system? You're going to need your workbook ready. First of all, let's highlight the key knowledge on our knowledge organiser. We've got a date, a key person and a keyword. Pause now and highlight this. When you're done, hit play again. Okay everybody, so this is our starting point. As we're looking at the Nazis' changes to the courts today, we're going to start by looking at a photo of a Nazi court. It's actually a photograph of the judge, Roland Freisler. He was one of the leading Nazi judges. I want you to look at the photo very carefully. What evidence can you see here that the legal system was under Nazi control? Pause now, and when you've had a chance to look, hit play. So there are a few areas that you could have spotted on the photo. First of all, hopefully you can see that the courtroom has been decked with a swastika, the Nazi symbol. Then if you look, there's also a bust, that's a statue of Hitler's head, right behind Roland Freisler, the judge. He himself and all the other court officials are doing the Nazi salute, and he's wearing an eagle pin badge, which is also a sign of the Nazis. So in this lesson, we're going to look at how the Nazis changed the courts and the legal system in Germany. Let's start by looking at how courts work in a democracy. So I want you to do task 2.7 here in your workbook. You've got some statements to read, and I want you to select the correct option. When you're done, hit play and we'll check them. Okay, so here are the answers. This is how courts are meant to work in a democracy. And notice, in a democracy, we put in place all sorts of measures to make sure that judges are independent and the government cannot control judges or influence them or pressure them. And that's really important because it means that if you go to court, you know that your trial will be fair and it won't be influenced by the government in any way. But as you know, Hitler and the Nazis were creating a dictatorship and they wanted courts to operate very differently. Let's look at how. So in the next part of our lesson, I want you to find out what changes did the Nazis make to the police, the judges and the courts in Germany. So you need to read information 2.8 first of all, and I want you to make a bullet point list of the changes. As you can see, I've done the first one for you. One of the changes they made to the police was that Himmler was made chief of all police in Germany. When you're done, hit play. Okay, and we're ready for the final part of the task. So, as you've already seen, the Nazis increased the number of offences which carried the death penalty. Here are 3 of them, and I want you to try to suggest why did the Nazis give the death penalty for these 3 offences. Pause now, have a go, and when you're done, hit play and we'll check them. Okay, let's check our answers. Firstly, the Nazis gave the death penalty for listening to a foreign radio station. This is because they wanted to control Germans' views and opinions. They wanted to maintain support among the public, so they wanted to stop Germans hearing critical views of Nazism. Secondly, they gave the death penalty for having a sexual relationship with a Jew. This was seen as a threat to racial purity. The Nazis did not want Aryans mixing with races which they believed to be inferior. And lastly, the Nazis gave the death penalty for anyone caught stealing towels, pillows and sheets from an air raid storage depot. This is because they wanted to stop people from undermining the Nazis' preparations for war. So this was a serious crime to the Nazis. Well done, you finished the task. I look forward to teaching you next time.